Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. You can see my iPad there, but that's okay. I think my camera needs moved this way a little bit. Nope. I don't know. I don't know. It's okay. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the channel. If you are new here, hi, hello, welcome in. If you're not new, hi, hello, and welcome in. Don't know why I wouldn't say that to everybody. That's kind of rude. But if you are new to the channel, we do talk true crime daily. So if that's something that you're into, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like, all the fun stuff that we tell you to do in the beginning of a live. Also, don't forget to come in and join the chat. We'd love to have you. Yeah, we'd love to have you in the chat. It's going to be pretty much like more of a laid back kind of live tonight. I took a nap earlier and it kind of messed up my whole evening. So if I'm a little slow tonight, that's probably why. But welcome in, everybody. Hey, Ladybug. Hey, Mary Beth. Hey, Mike. I saw Cheryl said 2 more days and she's going to be here for a year. She's my ride or die. Hey, Cheryl. Hmm. Hey, Mike. Oh, you have your, and bio. Wow. You're a smart guy. Mary Beth. Did I say hi to you, Mary Beth? Because I should have if I didn't. Hey, Ashley. Welcome in. It's good to see everybody. Hey, Panda. I don't even know if I said hi to Ladybug. I think I did. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Jesse's girl. We'll get there. West Virginia Holler Girl Ert's here. Welcome in, everybody. Just reading the chat. I'm off tonight off with it tonight. Off with it, off with it. I usually will sometimes I'll take a nap. I just started doing this recently. I'll take like a little nap. And when I mean like a little nap, it's like 30 minutes. I'll just like rest my eyes. But today I took a nap, fell asleep for a minute. So that was kind of nice. Squeaky wheel. I didn't see you. Hey, Princess Megan Elsa. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Um, I did kind of get ready today, sort of, but not really. But not really. Let me pull up let me actually pull up the missing person flyer. I almost exit out of StreamYard. Oh, this is gonna be one of them lives tonight. Already exiting myself out of StreamYard. That's not a good way to start the live, is it? It's really not. So we're going to talk about 2 different cases tonight, but they kind of have a similar, entity in them. And that's Tony Mathis, of course. They have the same PR slash spokesperson. But we're going to talk about Caleb Harris tonight. And we're also going to talk about Sebastian Rogers, whatever kind of comes up with us talking about Caleb's case. So if you guys aren't familiar with Caleb Harris, he's 21 years old. He is a male out of Corpus Christi. That's where he was going to school anyway. And I can show you his a little bit more about him actually than his flyer. Okay. So basically on Monday, March 4th, around I think it was like 11:30 a.m. that morning, his roommates, Caleb's roommates went downstairs. They went to go leave the apartment and they noticed that Caleb's truck was in the parking lot and that an Uber Eats bag was sitting at the front door. And they knew before they had went to bed the night prior that Caleb, was saying that he was going to get some Uber Eats delivered and that, they were getting ready for a fishing trip the next morning. They were going to go on. So that's pretty much the basis of it. Basically, Caleb, his roommates went to bed the night before. Caleb decided to take the dog out for another walk, sent a Snapchat to his sister at around 3 a.m. and then sent another one to a friend. And the friend lives in San Antonio and they had like an inside joke. He kind of just sent him a Snapchat and that was the end of it. So basically, he left the apartment with no shoes on and his cell phone, and that's it. So they also brought a new dog home, and her name was Jenny the dog, and she was found inside the apartment the next morning. So I've been thinking about it, and I'm thinking, let me see if I can pull up his address so it's more of a visual. I have like 15,000 tabs. Oh, I have something to show you guys too. This is really weird. Okay. So let me go down here and let me show you it like this first. So when you first come up to his apartment complex, these are his apartments, and it's called the Cottages. But when I was scrolling through, if you're here on the street, you can see where it says the Cottages, on the back of the building, or on the front. I'm sorry, on the front of the building by the moving truck. But if you click on here, okay, go back. It just did something funky. I didn't even know you could go in there. Take me back out. Why is it not letting me back out? Well, I might have to show you in a minute. Don't wanna let me out of the apartment. Oh my gosh, don't let me out of the apartment complex now that I'm in. I didn't wanna go in, I wanted to go out. This is why we don't do Google Maps, guys. Okay. If we just do this again, that'll work. Put my little guy down here. Now I'm still in the apartment. Oh my gosh. It's not that big of a deal, but this sign changes. So see, now it says Aspen. I think that this is the old name. I didn't know that I can actually go into the apartment complex, though. I wasn't trying to do that. Wasn't trying to do that to you. And I thought I was on the screen this whole time. Look at that. I'm not even on the screen. So we'll just switch it over. I thought I was there. So I figured we would kind of go back and listen to Julie Grant here. She's going to go over the whole case. So basically, Caleb Harris, 21-year-old student out of Corpus Christi. He was walking his dog. Well, it wasn't his dog. It was a roommate's dog or their dog, but was walking the dog around, I think it was like 1 o'clock in the morning with his friends. And then they all went to sleep. He decided to stay up, wait for his order for Uber Eats for the next morning. He Snapchatted his sister a picture, Snapchatted a friend a picture. And then that was the last we heard about him. Like no one's heard from Caleb since. He was reported missing like right away the next day. His friends knew right away that there was something wrong and that he should be home, which that says a lot. I mean, right there, because if you think about it, your college kid, when I was in college, if I had a roommate and they weren't there the next morning, I would just assume that they were like out with a friend or, girlfriend, boyfriend or whatever, but not these guys. These guys were like, hold on. They called his parents and told them like right away, like, something was wrong. So I'm going to get myself out of that apartment complex and I was going to show you around that area, but I'll play Julie here. We'll listen to her while I'm trying to figure out the Google Map guy. I hate that Google Maps guy.
College student Caleb Harris.
Thank
Investigators
you
are
guys
now
for being here.
updating the timeline in hopes that it will bring Caleb home. The 21-year-old was a student at Texas A&M Corpus Christi when he disappeared about a month ago. His wallet and his keys were left behind, and his last known contact with family and friends was around 2 a.m. Scripps News Corpus Christi has the background for us on this case.
Investigators say Caleb Harris was last seen early in the morning on March 4th near his apartment on Ennis Jocelyn Road in SPID. According to
As soon as I went over there, I got out of the apartment. The little Google guy went right out. Of course, when you guys are on the screen.
investigators, Harris disappeared without his wallet or keys, and his phone has since been turned off.
That normally doesn't happen, especially in today's day and age. People don't go hardly anywhere without their cell phone.
Former law enforcement officer and current security specialist Roy Smith has covered investigations for over 20 years. He says there's a specific process when it comes to investigations, especially when someone has gone missing.
So you want to try and build that timeline to piece it all together of when the last time the person was around. And then you want to try and find out, okay, is there foul play? Is there a chance that he was harmed in any way? Was he assaulted?
The father, Randy Harris, says he's thankful for the support that he's been receiving and is hopeful that his son will return home soon.
I can't even begin to tell you how many people around the world are praying. Keep on the lookout, keep posting, keep praying. And, if he hears anything, to know that, he's loved and that, he's not in trouble. Nobody's after him, and just come home. But give us a sign. But God's going to lead him home.
Caleb's dad, Randy Harris, confident about Caleb coming home. We have two great guests to talk more about this case and the mystery surrounding it. I want to welcome in the chief of police at Talladega College. He's also a retired homicide detective. You know him from Discovery ID's show, Reasonable Doubt. He's also been on.
Love this guy. I forget his name. His mama was a cop. He's a cop, retired detective. He was on the first 48. But that's why I wanted to play this for you guys, because I really like this guy's opinion. I respect
48
it.
the first 48 as
Which is
well.
it?
Chief Chris Anderson is with
Chris
us, and
Anderson,
still
that's
with us,
me.
the host of the podcast Pretty Lies and Alibis, Gigi McKelvey. Okay, so before we start diving in really to the timeline of Caleb's disappearance, let's hear some more from his dad. In this clip you're about to hear, Randy Harris is talking about how things just do not add up here.
For us, it's his intentions. I mean, texting us, Snapchatting his friends. They had just gotten a new dog that.
And I want to let you guys know this one is from, I want to say April. So he's been missing since the beginning of March. I'm not sure when Tony Mathis came on the scene, you know, when he was helping the Harris family out, or if that's what he was even doing. But as you can see in this interview, Randy's by himself. We went through a lot of the interviews, pretty much. We didn't go through this one, but we went through a lot of the interviews where Randy and his wife pretty much did it all on their own. I think we only showed one video with him with Tony. Maybe there was two, but I know that there was just one for sure. So he wasn't a very good spokesperson for them. Personally, my opinion. I mean, Randy's doing a fabulous job, I think. He's been keeping the word out there. He goes once a week to Corpus Christi to talk to the investigators and to search for his son. I think that Tony could be there any time if, you know, he was still hired by them or whatever it is, volunteering for them. But apparently, I don't think he is. I don't think he's with them anymore.
Evening, and they were out playing with the dog. Additionally, he had ordered from convenience store through Uber Eats his lunch for the next day. Everything's planning. He's planning this, he's planning that. Signed the lease on his apartment for next year, and he's got a job in Alaska this summer, so he was looking really forward to going to Alaska. So if you put all that together, for him to disappear or vanish at that time frame, in that time sequence, nothing adds up.
I want to get both of your just initial thoughts on this case before we start digging into the new information we have on the timeline. Gigi, tell me what you're thinking about this one, please.
It's so bizarre. I mean, you know, you obviously have somebody who didn't seem to have any kind of mental distress, was doing very normal things that night, was Snapchatting shortly before that phone went silent, and just disappeared. Now, where he was last seen was right by a creek, if I understand it, but it wasn't flowing. So it doesn't seem like anything would happen in that creek where,
and I'll show you that.
If he did have an accident, it doesn't seem like anything would be far away. They may have found something sooner. So it's just like he vanished into thin air, and that is every parent's worst nightmare.
It sure is, Gigi. You're right about that. Chief Anderson, to you next, please. Tell us your thoughts on this one.
Yeah, this is a strange and very concerning case, especially as a father. No parent ever wants to ever think about their child going missing, and especially when they've gone missing without a trace. So for me, but as an investigator, for me, I would look to everyone that's involved and the people in that surrounding area, because I've had cases where people didn't know what they knew. So if you were there in that area around about that time, it's probably a good time for you, a good opportunity for you to contact your local law enforcement, because you may have information that you didn't know was important.
Chief, that's such a great point. Thank you for that. I want to share with you both the new information we have that we've been able to put together to construct this timeline of all the details we have about Caleb's disappearance. So we know the night of Sunday, March the 3rd, he was at home playing video games. At 12:56 a.m. on, it would be Monday the 4th then, the doorbell camera video captures Harris playing with a puppy at his apartment's parking lot. 2:20 a.m., he tells his roommate he's staying up to order food. 2:44, shares a Snapchat video with his sister showing him walking that puppy. 3:03, Harris Snapchats a photo showing a bridge over a drainage ditch near his apartment. Then at 3:12, Harris's phone shares location for the very last time. 3:20 a.m., the Uber Eats driver leaves the order outside of his apartment. 11 a.m., Harris's roommate finds the order still there outside of the apartment. Chief Anderson, what, if anything, jumps out to you as suspicious in this timeline?
You know, we could say that him being out walking a dog at 2 a.m. is suspicious, but he's a young man. He's a college student. You know, these are normal acts for a young man his age. So nothing really stands out, and that's extremely concerning. Now, the fact that his food is still there, that says a lot. That means that he probably never made it back to his home after walking that dog. So that timeline
But
that
he
you
did.
just produced.
But he did make it back because the dog was in the house. So at some point, and I'll show you on the maps like where he went and stuff, but at some point he would have had to have gone home to take the dog Jenny back, let Jenny go back in and shut the door because the door wasn't open the next morning. They had just got Jenny. I don't think Jenny would have been smart enough to find her way back if she was like out there on the road somewhere. I think they had just gotten her like that day or something. That's why I'm saying that. So I don't know. I don't know about
Is
that.
going to become extremely important in the search for him.
I think he put the dog up and then he walked back out.
Because it shows several
Thank you, Mary
locations
Beth.
that where he was. You can go back to those locations and see if there was anybody that may have saw anything or any evidence in that area. So that timeline is going to be critically important in a case like this.
Definitely, Chief. Thank you for that. Gigi, something that had me kind of scratching my head in the Snapchat, I get showing the puppy, the photo to the friend showing the bridge over a drainage ditch near his apartment at 303. I was kind of wondering why. Did that stand out at all to you? I'm just curious.
It did. And, you know, that was a few hundred feet away from the apartment. So you have to wonder what was the point of going down there? But yeah, that's what stood out to me the most, other than the food being left on the porch, which indicated he never came home. But hopefully they're looking at surveillance to see if there's any cars that, you know, come in the frame and then you see them a short time after in that time frame speeding off. I mean, I'm sure they're looking at every single lead they can get. But yeah, that was the one thing that stood out is the drainage ditch. I mean,
Look at that.
it
Look at
seems like
Randy.
it was not right beside.
Look at him. Look at old Randy down there searching with a cell phone in his ear. Bless him. Bless his heart. Really, seriously, that family, they bless them. Bless them. But that's a father wanting to find his son right here. Like if you want to see if you think there's like a person that you'd want to be, if you were in this position, this is the person that I would want to be as strong as Randy and Becky. They have their faith that keeps them like extremely strong, extremely strong.
The apartment. So there was a walk with purpose apparently to that area. So I think that's key too. That's something that I'm sure they're looking into.
Gigi, thank you for that. I've got another clip I'd love to play for you both from Randy Harris, Caleb's dad. And in this one, he's talking about who his son really is.
Who is he as a person?
Very, very black and white, very structured, you know, like ordering his lunch, things like that. You know, he's very predictable, fun, just smiling all the time. Just a lot of character. He's the kind of person that would just, you know, stop and help people. You know, if there's somebody's got a flat tire or whatever, he's going to stop and do whatever he can to help them.
Chief Anderson, if Caleb Harris is a good Samaritan kind of guy, unfortunately, sometimes people, you know, who are just good people, unsuspecting, innocent, can be preyed upon. Did your mind go there? I'm curious as you were watching his dad.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, those. And I hate to say this because, look, we need good Samaritans in our society today. But at the same time, sometimes, especially in the hours of 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, those are the times where good Samaritans can be preyed upon. So, you know, I would advise people to always use caution when you are you know, being that good Samaritan, especially with hours that early, but in the morning or that late at night. So, yeah, those are the times where good Samaritans become victims, and especially in a case like this.
Chief, thank you for that. We sure hope that Caleb Harris can be found. We'll leave it there for now and report back any brand new updates. But I want to thank you both so much for this discussion.
sorry, I was trying to get my glasses on so I could go to the next tab, and then she went off too fast. But that just gave us like a little bit of a, timeline on the Caleb's case. So I should have just used my own timeline that I made for you guys, because it was actually better than that one. But I didn't realize it. Sorry, and I hit the mic. Probably is loud when I do that. Okay. So sorry about that. Let me put up the pull this up. This is what I was looking at while we were. Okay. So this is the backside. If you go around to the backside of Caleb's apartment complex, this is another apartment complex to the right. There's only 2 entrances and exits, like in this whole place. And this one is like blocked off, and the gate is closed. Now, I don't know how long that's been like that, if that's like a newer thing. This picture was taken February 2023. So I don't know if let's see more dates. Okay, well, we can't see any more. We can't see any like ahead. So this is the newest image. But if you just go back around, you'll go to the front of Caleb's apartment. And I was wondering if he met somebody out here, because the cameras were not working. They weren't in working order. So when Caleb went to get this apartment or condominium or whatever it is, apartment with his friends, his parents really liked this place, and he really liked this place because it had surveillance cameras there, and they had gates, like locked gates. Well, as you can see, this gate is left open. Now, the one beside it looks like it's just opening. So maybe one was open, one was closed. I don't know, but the entrance is definitely open. So that was one thing that they had that was working against them. And then the second thing was when they went to go check the surveillance video, that they weren't working. They weren't in working order. So I'm wondering if because he would have had to come out this way, and he went down here. So he walked all the way down here to this bridge. And this is where he took that picture and sent it at like 3 a.m, the foggy bridge. And then there was another eyewitness that came out, and they placed him all the way down at the end of the road here. But that eyewitness has been debunked. It's not a credible lead. So he literally went from his apartment to this area, and like she said, not that far. And his phone just turned off, and that was the end of it. Phone off, nothing else, no more communication. So that's not very far from your own front door. Now, there was a press release, I guess you would call it, that came out, and we read through some of it last night. And of course, I didn't keep that one. But I have another one up here. But I figured I'd read through this with you guys. It just gives us a little bit of the newer updates, and then we'll go over this other video that I have. And I've been checking and making sure to see if anything pops up in either of these cases that's like new. Yeah, the bus stop's right there. Yeah, Mike, that's true too. Yeah. I was thinking maybe he said like, hey, meet me at the bus stop out front. Like maybe if he was meeting someone and they didn't know where to go. Because I know their apartments, they're backwards. Like, so the back side is like facing the front. So like the back door's facing the parking lot, not like the front door. So maybe their numbers aren't on the back, maybe they're on the front. And so there was like, to make it easier, just meet me at the bus stop or meet me in front of the apartment. I don't know. But I have heard the same as Squeaky. I heard that he may have been meeting somebody. Another male. I've heard that, but I don't know how true that is. And I know his family is very thick in their faith. But when I was reading this article last night, I wish I would have kept the dang article. It almost sounded like the Harris family was coming to the same realization as like what we've been seeing online. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll read through this one because I pulled this one up. If not, I'm going to look for that other article that had it in there. But it says Corpus Christi police provided an update through social media on Tuesday concerning the ongoing search for missing 21-year-old Texas A&M University Corpus Christi student Caleb Harris. In a post that published on the Corpus Christi Police Department webpage on Nextdoor, Senior Officer Jennifer Collier wrote that detectives with the police department are aware of some recent activity on Harris's cell phone that has caught the attention of concerned individuals following the case online and through social media. Detectives and forensic computer examiners with CCPD learned about the activity on May 28th, immediately sharing the information with the entire investigative team, which includes the FBI, U.S. Marshal Service, and the Texas Rangers. Assistant Chief Todd Green said through written comment in a follow-up interview on June 4th. Now, when we read this last night, or when I read this last night, I thought it said, hold on a second. What did I read it at now? I can't, my brain just went off. I'm like, what? So when we were reading this, I thought it sounded like the cops had cloned his phone. But now that I'm reading this again, it sounds like the cops didn't know about it. It says detectives and forensic computer examiners with CCPD learned about the activity on May 28th. So when I read this last night, I thought it meant like the cops had cloned his phone. But this article is making it sound like they didn't, they learned about it. They're like, oh yeah, this is going on. I don't know. We'll read more. The chief emphasized that the information does not mean Harris has reactivated his cell phone. It is only intended to inform the public, particularly those who have been following the investigation closely. Now, that doesn't make sense. Detectives at this point in the investigation do not wish to disclose the specific investigative technique being used other than it is one of many investigative techniques that detectives and forensic computer examiners are using to solve Caleb's disappearance. More than 3 months after the New Brunswick man vanished from his off-campus apartment, the cottages at Corpus Christi, located in the 1900 block of Ennis Jocelyn Road, where he was last seen walking a roommate's dog in the early morning hours of March 4th, CCPD detectives say they continued to diligent investigation to find the student. I'll say they continue, sorry. Searches began immediately after Harris's roommates reported him missing, starting with a preliminary investigation of the sidewalks, fields, and wetlands surrounding the area on March 6th, with police officers, college students, residents, friends, and family in attendance, and progressing to deeper expeditions of the roads, shorelines, nature preserves, and heavily vegetated and secluded areas of North Padre Island, Osseo Bay, and Flower Bluff in the last several months. Because there is a lot of water around, where he lives. A rigorous investigation followed, with teams of detectives interviewing potential witnesses in Corpus Christi, San Antonio, and New Brunswick to try to solve the case, including neighbors, close friends, roommates, and acquaintances. The case has generated interest on social media, and an online community has formed, with people sharing pictures, Snapchats, and chat logs and intimidating details of the student's last known whereabouts. An avid fisherman, Harris had been chatting with friends about a planned fishing trip and ordered food between 2 and 3 the morning he disappeared. The student's last known location was confirmed by data and his cell phone shared with the nearest cell phone tower at 3:12 a.m. His keys, wallet, and vehicle were left at the apartment. Like, what? I mean, but where do you really even go without your wallet, though? Like, even if you were just going to meet with someone for a minute, right? Wouldn't you take your wallet? Like, you never know. I mean, I don't know. I would take mine probably. I could see me, even if I'm meeting someone, taking my purse with me. That's, you know what I mean? Like, what if we decided to leave? When I have to go in and get it? I don't know. I'm just like, I just don't understand why he just left everything at his house. And I mean, even his keys, he didn't take them, lock the door. He literally thought he was going to be in and out. Whatever he was doing, he thought he was going to be so fast that he didn't even need shoes. The dude didn't even need shoes. The student's last known location was confirmed by data that his cell phone shared with the nearest cell tower or cell phone tower at 3:12 a.m. His keys, wallet, and vehicle were left at the apartment. Without having Harris's cell phone, detectives do not know its whereabouts, nor have they been able to trace the location of the missing phone. Without the phone in our possession, detectives are unable to determine whether the cell phone lost power or was deliberately powered off. The recent activity does not impact the facet of the investigation. He said they are exhausting every investigative tactic to recover the device. On May 24th, the department publicized for the first time that they suspected foul play in the man's disappearance. Green, who works in the department's CID to investigate cases of missing people said in a written statement provided on May 29th that no single piece of evidence suggested foul play, but rather an amalgam, I can't even say that. What the is this word? I can't even speak tonight, guys. Let's just have it speak it for me. Amalgamation. What? Let's look this up. Thesaurus. The action, process, or result of combining or uniting. Okay. But they could just say that, but would rather, unite of information gathered immediately following Harris' disappearance, as well as during the extensive investigation in the weeks following. Yeah, I didn't know what amalgamation was. Can't even pronounce the word. I need it put out in syllables, guys. Hey, Aries. There's going to be some bad weather, isn't there? I just saw the chat for a second. Forgot to even hit the like on my own live. I should like the live. Let's see. The time of night that he is believed to have disappeared, combined with the fact that his wallet, keys, and pickup were left behind at his apartment, the lack of activity on any of his electronic devices, lack of any financial activity, along with the lack of any credible sighting in the past 11 weeks, leads investigators to believe foul play may have been involved in his disappearance. Now, I don't know. If let's say he was going to go, like, hook up with someone or something. Wouldn't he, if that person was trying to get to Caleb, let's say to rob him, you know what I mean? Because you would surely think that someone just wouldn't want to meet up with someone just to off them. But I mean, that could be 1,000% what happened here. But you would think it would be more like a robbery type of situation where if this was, same sex, if this was if he was going to meet another guy, that person could hold it over his head if he wasn't coming out to other people for blackmail, give me money or I'm going to tell type of deal. But he didn't even have his wallet. So it's not like he could have been, that. I don't know. I just don't know why someone would meet him. You know what I mean? What happened when you met? And it's just it's a weird spot. I mean, it's just a weird spot to meet. I don't know. This case is really crazy. It could have been wrong place, wrong time. And nobody did hit him though, because I mean, surely we don't think anyone hit him because they did check all the roadway, in case something like that did happen. But I don't know. Because I'm just what would be the point of just offing the guy, But I mean, people do it every day. They do it every day. But I'm thinking if it was something to where he was going to be robbed, maybe he was going to be robbed and he fought back and something happened. I don't know. Just something's up with this one. I mean, this in Sebastian's case, they just literally walked out the front door with no shoes on and disappeared. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Did you guys hear what Tony Mathis said? I heard this on another live earlier. And I was like, what? And there was a bunch of people saying it. Apparently, Tony Mathis wants to get a tattoo done that's half Sebastian's face and half Caleb's face. Has anyone else heard of that? He wants to get a half and half tattoo. Tony Baloney, the phony, wants to get a tattoo on him that's half Sebastian, half Caleb. You heard it, SG? Yeah. Tessa heard it too? Yeah. Yeah, Ashley, yeah. There's more. I heard it. I only watched one live and it was Granny's watching. And I don't know how I freaking forgot everything she went over, but she went over some stuff in that. And I was like, what? I was like, so yeah. If I ever had a child and this person was going to do this, I would be I'd be feeling some type of way. I don't know. I don't think that anyone waited for him to walk out. I think he was meeting someone maybe. Yeah, squeaky wheel. That could be true. But just what would they want? You know what I mean? I guess just to do it. But yeah, Tony's weird. That's why I'm on TikTok and stuff, and I'm just looking around to make sure we don't miss anything. Let me actually make sure. Make sure Tony's. Oops. Don't get me with the freaking sound. I hate that TikTok does that. Let me just get on Sebastian's army, see if he's anywhere. If you guys see him anywhere, let me know because he likes to be sneaky. Likes to be sneaky. Let's see. So they do believe, foul play has been involved with, or may be involved in his disappearance. A $50,000 reward has been offered by Harris's family for anyone with information leading to the safe return of their son. $50,000 are given. Wow. CCPD investigators continue to meet on a biweekly basis with investigators from the Texas Rangers and FBI to share information, discuss leads, and plot strategy. Harris was wearing teal pants and a white shirt the night he was last seen. He weighs 180 pounds and is 5 feet 11 inches tall. And they didn't give me a number to call. I guess Corpus Christi police. Call 911. I don't know. I don't call anybody. That's what I always tell people, call 911. Call 911. You think he just went to have a conversation with someone he knew? Oh, Solo is so bad over at TikTok. Oh my Lord. I don't know how to work it. I don't even know how to work TikTok. I go over there and I post my video and I get right off. If I stay on there, you guys would lose me. You would lose me. I'd be gone forever. Where are we at now? Okay. Actually, we'll read this and then we'll we'll watch this and then we'll go over the timeline. The newest one with Julie again. And she's going to go over some theories. Oh, I keep forgetting to take the mute off.
Disappearance of 20.
And then this just came out yesterday. This is just like a little update in Caleb's case.
21-year-old Texas A&M Corpus Christi student Caleb Harris.
Billboards and signs remain prevalent across the area as family members and law enforcement agencies hold out hope. Somehow, someone will step forward with information that can help explain what happened.
3 News anchor Mike Gillespie spoke with Corpus Christi police today and has this update. Mike?
Leslie, Rudy, what began back on March 4th is concern by roommates over where their missing friend might be has now turned into 3 months of investigation, speculation, and determination to find out what happened to Caleb Harris. By now, most are familiar with the timeline. Caleb Harris disappeared from his off-campus apartment sometime during the early morning hours of Monday, March 4th. Images from that night include a Ring doorbell camera showing Harris and others in the apartment complex parking lot, a Snapchat video sent to his sister, and a Snapchat photo sent to a high school friend of a small bridge close to the entrance of the complex. In the days and weeks that followed, volunteer searchers and law enforcement agencies put every resource possible into finding Harris. A $50,000 reward still stands.
We believe there's at least one person out there in the community that knows what happened to him. So we're waiting to hear from that person or somebody that knows that person.
Today, the Corpus Christi Police Department reiterated that they continue to aggressively investigate Caleb's disappearance, along with state and federal partners.
There's a lot of work being done behind the scenes. There's a lot of very dedicated professionals that are working every day, long hours, trying to solve this case and find out what happened to Caleb.
Corpus Christi Assistant Police Chief Todd Green tells 3 News that still includes investigative techniques regarding cell phone, computer, and digital data.
Every week, we uncover some new information that leads us to ask more questions. Every week, we learn something new, and we feel like every week we're getting a little closer to solving it.
In the meantime, a GoFundMe account continues to receive donations to help the family pay for resources they need to bring Caleb home. Now, if you know something that can help in this investigation, you can call Crime Stoppers anonymously. That number, 361-888-TIPS. There's also a Caleb Harris tip line. That number is 361-826-2950.
That tip line, his dad's actually running that. So just call that second number if you only have credible leads, because that poor man needs to sleep sometimes. And I'm pretty sure the second number is Caleb's father's. So all of the calls that are routed for tips and stuff, if they don't want to call the sheriff's office, they like, Randy has like, I guess like a tip line or something. And they can call into that, just like Tony's is doing with like, I guess, Sebastian's case. But you got to sleep, guys. You got to be able to sleep. I mean, I know it's go, 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 find, but they need to be able to, just shut their brain off for a minute. I feel terrible for these families. I mean, the Harris family, they are some of the strongest people that I've ever met. Like, they really are. They're very, very strong people. In my opinion, they did a great job with handling the media in his case. It didn't turn into a crazy circus out here with Caleb. But with Sebastian, it did. I don't understand. So I'm going to play this and I'll be in the chat with you guys. Let me move it over to here. So this is going to be like one of the newer updates that they have. But it's going to have Caleb's dad on it, and it's just Julie again. And they're going to talk about the timeline, the newest timeline, and the theories that they have and what they think could have happened.
We're spotlighting a family search for missing college student Caleb Harris. The 21-year-old was a student at Texas A&M Corpus Christi when he disappeared from his apartment 1 month ago. Locals are saying that they're praying for his safe return. Scripps News, Corpus Christi was there at last week's vigil.
That happened in Corpus really did touch my heart, because I know I can do something about it because I'm actually here.
It's now been a month since Caleb Harris disappeared from his apartment on Ennis Jocelyn Road, but the community certainly hasn't forgotten. Aliana Garcia saw that a prayer vigil was happening in New Braunfels for Harris, and they asked on Facebook for one in Corpus Christi. Without any connection to Harris, Garcia took it upon herself to gather everyone for prayer.
Amazing grace. I know that people do care. People do care. They might not all know him, but they're here to support the family and him and pray for his return home.
Corpus Christi police released a timeline of 21-year-old Harris's last known location. No one has seen him since a Snapchat he sent just after 3 a.m. on March 4th. There have been many search efforts by police and volunteers since then. Many people who don't even know Harris, and that's the case for most of the people that gathered at the prayer vigil.
I want to come and show what I can, do what I can. Even being here counts. Praying counts, showing some love to the family, praying for them.
Fabian Charles is one of the attendees. He feels connected to the situation because he's close in age to Harris.
I don't want to walk. I don't want to ride my scooter one day and the next thing I'm next. I don't want it to be my neighbor. I don't want it to be a family. I don't want to be my girlfriend's family. You wouldn't wish it on your worst enemy.
Searches continue in the area around Harris's apartment, the cottages. Garcia says she still searches on her own when she can.
I would like for his parents to know that Corpus is with them. Corpus's hearts are all with them, and to not give up and don't give up hope.
We are all hoping and praying for Caleb Harris's safe return. And this morning, we have a very special guest joining us on the program. Caleb's dad, Randy Harris, is joining us. Randy, good morning to you. And first, let me just start by saying just our heartfelt, sentiments we want to share with you how all of our court.
Did she call him and say, I'm wearing aqua blue? Do you want to wear aqua blue? I mean, that's almost the same color.
Viewing audience is hoping and praying that your son is found safe and can be brought home to you very soon. Could we start with some of the last things we know that Caleb was doing and really try to go back to those moments in time and see if there's anything there? We put together a timeline, Randy. We shared it on Friday of Caleb's disappearance and the last things he was known to be doing. We know he was at his house. We're talking about March the 3rd going into March the 4th playing video games. We know that he was Snapchatting him with a puppy dog. And Randy, I've seen some conflicting reporting about this. Who does the puppy belong to?
It's actually his roommates, but it was going to be kind of their dog, to share at the apartment and do some, just have a little community dog.
Sure. And we know one of the last snaps that he sent was a picture of the puppy, and he sent it to your daughter. And so like this was around 2:44 a.m. It looks like he's got the puppy in the parking lot. Randy, do we know, did Caleb return the puppy then to the apartment to his roommate?
Yes, the puppy was back in the apartment.
Okay. And do you know if the roommate saw Caleb when he brought the dog back in?
No, he was asleep.
Okay. So that's what makes this really tough. I know that his roommate knew that he was going to be ordering from Uber Eats, and we know that he left the order behind. And so presumably his roommate's sleeping throughout this time. Randy, there was something that jumped out to me the most from the Snapchats, and I would love to know what you make of it. Caleb's Snapchat showed that he sent a picture of a bridge over a drainage ditch near the apartment, and this was at 3:03 a.m. Any idea what that could be about?
No, not really. And we, the timeline is best that we know it and what the law enforcement has put together. Forensics wise, we're not, it's not 100% that it was at that time. But there's something around that time and actually even delayed even getting to his friend. So not 100% sure or why. We just don't know.
Right. Yeah, that is such a mystery. The puppy, I think we all get cute puppy pictures, why those would be sent, but the drainage ditch just seems a little weird. And that being said, we know it wasn't long after that, it was around 3:20 a.m. that Caleb's phone no longer starts pinging on any cell towers. I'm sorry, 3:12 a.m. Forgive me. It was at 3:20 that the Uber Eats order was dropped off. So 3:12, last known phone activity, 3:20 when the deliveries dropped. So we have just a short window there. Randy, your best educated guess, gut feeling, thoughts on what you think may have happened with Caleb?
Of course, we don't know. And actually, the phone was turned off or went dead at 12:58. I'm sorry, excuse me, 2:58.
2:58. I was like, wait a minute. I thought it was around 3 o'clock. I was going to say, wait,
as far as the additional pings and things like that, it could just be anomalies. We really don't know. But it did go, it was turned off on every device we can find. The last, ping or whatever you want to call it, the phone was off at 2:58. What happened? We really don't know. That's part of it's hard for us to understand is we just don't know. There's no evidence of anything, as well as he just basically vanished. And that's the hard part. We don't know if he was, coerced into getting into a vehicle or forced into a vehicle, or we just don't know. And we don't have any timeline cameras after that. So that we know of. Of course, the law enforcement is doing a phenomenal job and they're working very, very hard.
Randy, my heart breaks for you as you're sharing this because, like you said, it's like he vanished, but people don't just vanish. There's a reason. Something had to have happened.
Right.
I'm curious, did Caleb have a set routine, a certain time that he would always be out walking the dog, or a certain pattern that somebody, who may, God forbid, have wanted to do him harm could have picked up on?
No, actually, yes, Caleb's he's a creature of habit, very much so. Being out that late with a brand new dog, they'd just gotten the dog like at 10:15, 10:30 that night. So that's why they were out. There's a video at 1 o'clock, with his roommate, another friend. They were out playing with the dog. Best we know, take the dog out, come back and, order Uber Eats, leave the dog, and then maybe went outside to wait for his order. I mean, he's an outdoors guy, but he wouldn't go walking at that time of night, especially outside the complex.
Sure. And Randy, I wanted to ask you about that, please. As we understand, there's a bay a couple thousand feet away from where the apartment complex is located. I'm sure this, has been discussed with you. Investigators, are looking in that area. Do you think the bay could be key to this? Would there be any reason he would go near the bay?
That particular bay, a lot of people say, well, maybe he went fishing or whatever. He would never do that. One, he always goes with a roommate or a buddy. That particular bay is Oso Bay, not a place he would normally fish at all. It's just not a great place to go fishing. He would normally go out on the island, out by Mustang Island or North Padre Island. He had 3 to 4 definite fishing spots that he would really work hard at and knows those spots really, really well. And so do we. So for him to go to Oso Bay to do something would be very, very rare. And really you may have known, we've searched and searched and searched, including, 12 hours of helicopter time, that entire bay, the reservoirs, the whole area. From the air, from the water, underwater, and then ground searches.
Oh, Randy, my heart, I know the hearts of all of our viewers just break for you. The agony that you must be in. Caleb, what a handsome, smart, talented young man. I know you have said that he was such a helpful person. Do you think that someone could have used that to their advantage to prey upon him?
Really don't know. It's just an unknown question right now.
Yeah. It's just dreadful.
Did we get Tony on the line as well? Did he?
He unfortunately wasn't able to connect with our tech ops team. We tried. We did try to get.
I bet they did. I didn't hear the end of this. I didn't know that Tony was supposed to go up. You want to bet? You want to bet that they did that on purpose? I want to see the difference between this interview and the first one that they did with Coffindaffer when he was spitting his chew out in the freaking chew container. Or was that Sebastian's case? Now I can't remember. I'm getting them both confused. I think that was Sebastian's case. He was spitting in the thing. Or was that Caleb's? Now I can't remember. Now I feel like I need to go back and check. Yeah, Tony with his chew in his mouth. All that. They definitely had to pull Tony out there. They pulled Tony's plug. They were like, we don't need him. Because they were on before, I think. I wonder if they did. I wonder if they were like, we're not going to connect. Trixie, that could be. Took a picture of some kind of clue. Yeah. I know, right? Tony's you know what I mean? And like Randy, he's doing such a good job. I literally want to call that number, not this late, but I want to call that number and just be like, if this is Randy, just want to let you know you're doing a great job. Because he really is. Him and his wife, they came out on, wasn't it Easter or something? Easter weekend, and they were holding their dog, and they were just like, please pray for us. And they were just, very strong, very strong. But that is embarrassing. The interview, yeah, keep grinding up. All of Randy's interviews went so well when he wasn't even with Tony. His first interview on News Nation was on the 8th. And so 3 days, he was on national. He didn't need Tony. But Tony came in on this case first. He rode in on this horse and he said, we're taking this national. Why? He was already getting national coverage. Why say that? And then he says it to these smaller channels. We don't need you. We're going national. Just like he did with Pascal and Sebastian's case. He left Pascal in the dust. And he's like, we're moving to TikTok. We're moving to TikTok. So there's really no leads in Sebastian's case, unfortunately. There's just a lot of bullcrap going on. TikTok Tony's online. Is he at on his page? I was just over there too. Or is he on someone else? Let me know whose page those on. TikTok Tony. That's what I'm assuming. KCJ. That's what I'm assuming. Let me know and I'll put it on there. Because he goes on a few different people's TikTok. Because here he's not on his TikTok, like not on Sebastian's, but he could be on someone else's. And I can always go over there. I don't know who all he's hanging out with, like that Chasing Something, and Shane was one of them. I just don't know their names. I don't know their screen names. Hey, West. Normal people. Where's the normal people? He is on here every night. It's crazy. Let me know if anyone knows where he's at, and I'll go over there. Let's see. I was about to say Savage. I was going to say, is Savage know where he's at? And she's got him up too. So let me see where he's at. I don't want to stream her live. He's on Cajun. Okay. Let's see. Is that how does she spell it? Okay, exit out of some of these. Okay, I got her. Sorry about the kid in the background. Oh, no, maybe.
Yeah, and that's the sad thing about when people start doing it just for likes and clicks and recognition. To me, that's just pathetic.
They just do it for the likes and clicks. What do you think Tony's up there doing?
Just to be clear, we're not talking about on this platform.
Oh, that burns a little. Oh, that's a little mean, Tony.
You know, not in the true crime community anyway.
It got quiet all of a sudden. That's just me. I'm just beating my kids back here. Where'd she go?
That's
I like it when the panel gets quiet.
I'm not sure about that, Mama Bear.
Like they'll all be talking over each other, and then someone will stop, and then they all stop.
Has that been released? The dispatch audio?
Yes.
It has.
Yes. The first 11 hours.
Yeah, we listened to the first 11 hours
of the
here.
dispatch calls. That was released early on.
I've never heard them.
You should listen to it.
I'll have to send you the link for it.
Okay.
Where's Blue been?
Good
I want
night.
Blue back.
Good night.
Let me follow this person just so I can. Are they all going to sleep? Why is Sebastian's army not there? He's gone. I'm like, why is it gone?
I do know that in that dispatch call there was another boy that they saw, and then the first officer that saw him just made a quick description and had not made contact with him, but then another one later on did and said that it was not Sebastian. So that might be the one you're talking about.
Do we have a question? Should we troll? This panel is boring.
And
It's
this
boring
is
me.
literally,
Tony's back.
If he's not asleep, this is what he's doing.
Tony is back though now, so maybe
if I can figure out how to do it.
Right?
What is that? Who is that? Hi, little man.
I don't know if you're on here last night with us, but whoever's baby that was, that said "da da" right whenever it came on the mic, that was cute.
Oh,
that little baby friend was cute.
Luna busted it, and so he's
Thank
just
you,
playing with
Bab.
it, and he's putting it on his head like it's a hat.
Friends are very credible. They all took lie detectors.
Did Luna take your hat? Hey, always, Tina.
Hi, always, Tina.
And now he's gone again.
Where's Luna?
She's got the hat. She's running with it. No.
Should I ask, like, when is Tony going to go back or when is Tony going to go search for Sebastian? Should we ask that? Hello? Are we? Okay, there we are.
Yeah, we don't know that.
What do these mean down here? Like, are this money?
I'm not sure, Val. I don't know where he searched.
Someone let me know if that's like money.
Thank you, Beverly. Happy birthday. Thank you, always, Tina.
I'm going to go over to Steven's page, see if he's over there. I guess they've been live for 2 hours. I didn't know.
I'll get down and making a song out of everything.
Sir, can I get an executive order signed?
Yeah.
This boy has drunk a gallon and a half.
Let me see if I can find him somewhere else.
I don't even know where the happy birthday came from. It hasn't been any's birthday in a little while.
He's not live. You have to purchase. Okay, that's what I thought. That's weird. Is it like, so it's like they're, let's pull it on. I guess it's kind of like their pay links, kind of like if they had like a pay link on, or like a super chat. Blue Jays suck lately too. Talking about the hockey team, Cheryl? Yeah, this is a weird panel. It's just kind of weird. Like they're not talking about
A
nothing.
Hershey bar.
I'm not talking about a Hershey bar.
You want some chocolate?
Should I ask, are we talking about Sebastian or?
I mean, we got it.
Yeah, because his mama thinks that he's going to sleep all the way home. Her plan was to stay the night tonight and then head home tomorrow. But she's decided that they're going to drive on home tonight.
I asked
after
this,
picking him up
is
so we can
this,
sleep on the way home.
Yeah.
Right.
I said, is this live for Sebastian updates?
Uh-huh. You want a spoonful of sugar?
Well, Steven answered us last
You want
night.
some chocolate milk?
I like chocolate milk.
Full of sugar helps that milk go down. Yeah.
What are you giving to your kid?
Hey, Carla.
I feel like we're watching something we shouldn't be watching. Hey, Nathan.
It is titanium. We just don't have any new information.
He said my name.
So we just
Stare at me.
talk about whatever, and then when someone asks a question, we try to answer it the best we can.
Dang. And then people are nice like that. You know, you try to troll people and then they're nice to you. That's probably why no one trolls over here. That's a good way to put it. Well, he's back. Look. He came back. Oh, Tony. He's probably knowing my name. He's probably starting to know my name.
Jane, you or Delta ever go smallmouth fishing?
You know, I do some fishing, but I do a catch release.
I mean,
just to relax.
Yeah, I've done plenty of fishing. I love it here in Texas.
Let's
we've
talk
got some
about
great
fishing while I'm under Sebastian Rogers' name. That's what I don't get.
I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean?
Smallmouth bass.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, we were fishing for anything we could catch, but I was always trying to catch bass.
Is this what they listen to over there on the TikTok?
I was about to say, you
Bet you
answered the
were.
question.
So this is supposed to be TikTok
Well,
Tony.
he's
Or trolling.
Oh,
yeah.
you
I
said
mean,
people were trolling.
exactly. I mean, we just fished to fish. I didn't know what I was doing half the time.
Oh, I thought he said something about trolling, didn't he?
We have some in our pond.
Yeah, you can catfish
Maybe not.
here.
Yeah, you catch a lot of them here.
Yeah.
What do you guys
We
fish?
have a lot of bass and catfish in our pond.
What do you fish
What kind
for
of
up
fish
in
do we
those
want to
blue
say we
states,
have?
Delta?
Salmon?
You know, there's not much up there. To,
Can we say
I
that?
don't know.
Tony, pasta,
Can we
lasagna.
troll a
Absolutely. I
fishing
don't know.
live?
Whatever they decide to throw in that room, I don't know.
I like going out and getting haddock.
You know
I think
what I do
Karen
wanna
means
do,
at the
Tony?
store. I don't think she means the
Turn your state red.
Yeah, well, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. Marlin. I want to go fishing for a marlin.
Oh my
Yeah,
lord.
we were in Hawaii. We went to Kauai last January, and we had hoped we'd get into some of those, but we ended up catching mostly skipjack tuna, and it was still fun. Those things fight.
He's boring.
Yeah.
You know what I always wanted to do, Tony? I wanted to fly fish for salmon.
Let me see what they're talking
Oh,
about.
that'd
Over
be
here.
a good time. I'm not much into fly fishing, but it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Man, I couldn't. Is that the one where you whip it?
Yes.
See, I'd be tying myself all around.
I couldn't do that. Yeah, me too. That's what I
I'd be
was
all
thinking.
tangled up.
It's
Yeah.
actually easier than you guys think.
Really?
Because you're using a heavier line.
What about noodling?
I don't know.
Any of y'all done that? That's where you stick your hand down in the hole and pull the
What
big
are we
old fish
listening
out.
to?
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I've
No.
seen that done.
I don't
That's
eat
crazy.
fish. I could barely give my cat fish food or that food that soft food. Oh God, Rocky loves that crap. But it's better. I mean, I'd rather actually give him the food than listen to this.
Tony, speaking of
I'd rather give him the food. I'd almost rather lick the food.
one time, I don't know if anybody else was
Almost.
listening. If you go on YouTube,
So they have 60 people in
you
here
ever
watching,
see-
59.
This is real footage. It's not,
And after it's
not
deleted-
animated.
Or after it's done, it's deleted. So it's like, what's the point of this? They started 2 hours ago. We're just going to have to start coming on here around 8 o'clock. Maybe it's tuna sandwiches. Maybe. I can't do it. Can't do cat food. Vincent got him started on the crap. Now he's 16 and he gets whatever he wants. And someone said my cat was old the other night. And you know what? He's not old. I've been thinking about that ever since someone said that the other night. They're like, dang, 16, your cat's old. And I'm like, he's not that old. He creaks a little when he walks, but he's all right. No, I just been looking at him. I'm like, are you old, Rocky? I think it's funny, whoever said that. I think it is funny because he is old. He's 16. But speaking of which is weird, old Steven Crabtree has a fat cat that looks just like mine, but it's orange and it's 16. And I'm like, look at that. You don't have your glasses on? No. I believe Tony actually talked about plenty of fish. The dating site. Oh, the women overheard do he change to regular fish story. Oh, was he now? Maybe he needs to tell his wife. Because his wife doesn't like him on the internet. But he told her to get off the internet. He said, well, you just need to leave.
Yeah,
Could you imagine?
exactly.
Let's see if they're talking about something different.
Yeah.
I saw another footage where one of the scuba divers was at the bottom of the ocean, was swimming.
Okay, yeah, they're not talking about nothing. They're not talking about nothing that we care to hear about. Oh, 2024. Uh-oh, she changed her sign. Now we got people changing their sign. What's going on? I can hold my breath for 30 minutes without anything, but with a shark, heck no. Before dawn, go try that. Go try to hold your breath for 30 minutes. Let's see how long it takes you. How long you last. She literally just commented that. Someone commented that. I can hold my breath for 30 minutes without anything, but with a shark, heck no. Am I the one that's weird? Your daughter adopted senior cats CG. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. I don't know if I could do that because their cats are awful. I'm just kidding. When they get older, they're just in their ways. They're not awful. My cat, I love him. Yeah, Long John Silver's and Captain D's are like the same thing. I don't know. Are you guys talking about seafood in restaurants now? You know what that was even happening? I don't know. We went from talking about dating plenty of fish to Long John Silver's Captain D's. It's so funny. Okay, I'm gonna turn them up one more. No, actually, it looks like maybe Savage is even like not even on the live anymore. They must not be talking about.
Too.
Yeah.
ESL, can you
Someone said 30 minutes. I'm about to say, oh my god. You should time yourself. I couldn't help it. I had to say something. I said, you should time yourself and see how long you can hold it. I think 30 minutes is a little much. Like 30 minutes. My gosh. And then she even said it again. Yes, 30 minutes. There's nobody in this world other than the big man himself that can hold their breath for longer than 4 minutes, 5 minutes. I don't even know. What's the longest that you can hold your breath? 2, 3 minutes, 3 minutes maybe? Let's see. How long can you hold your breath? Don't make me go in there with some statistics. Normal, healthy people. That's not me, apparently, because I cannot hold my breath for 3 to 5 minutes on average. Heck no. I could hold my breath for about 30 seconds, maybe. Maybe. Am I that bad in health? I get on the bike. I bike like 7 miles a day. That is. Wow. Some people who exercise regularly will be able to use oxygen more efficiently, allowing their brain to withstand lack of oxygen for longer. So she just must be really fit. How long can a normal person hold their breath? It says inhaling pure oxygen beforehand is 11. What? The longest instance was 11 minutes and 34 seconds. But it says most people can only safely hold their breath 1 to 2 minutes. So let's go back over to this TikTok and see what she's saying. She could do a promise. Okay, let's just go ahead and give her that. Let's just do this. Copy. I don't know if I'll be able to paste all this, but we're going to try. Okay, so it went. I'm just going to drop some facts over there real quick and then, peace out. Because, no, don't lie to me, lady. You ain't lying to me. I'll drop some facts on you. Yeah, there's Tessa. I can't even do the 1 minute to 2 minute, let alone 30. Think about watching General Hospital, half of an episode of General Hospital. Don't ask me why I said General Hospital. Like people actually watch that show's not even on anymore. But it's like an hour-long soap, Imagine watching half of a soap. Yeah, the banana butter. I can hold my breath for 30 minutes. This is the stuff that makes me laugh because it's like those kids that didn't have any friends in high school. And it's like, why? Because I would have been friends with them. It's because they were a little weird, and then they come and they just throw some stuff like that out. Well, guys, I can hold my breath for 30 minutes. It's like, that's why no one wanted to be around you. You're that person. You're that person. From 11 o'clock to 11:01, the sky is purple. Hey, Lorena. Hey, Idaho Charlie. No, wait, 30 minutes. I'm calling them. Let me go back over there. What'd she say? Oh, yeah. And did you guys know? Okay. I don't know who. Okay, raise your hand or put a 1 in the chat if you remember me saying for the last month that Seth Rogers has a merchandise website up through Bonfire, and all the proceeds go to Seth Rogers. It says it right on there. They've got sweatshirts, t-shirts, tote bags, and hats. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember me saying that. Because I did. I've said it a lot. I should pull the lives back up. So now, today alone, just today, I've heard 3 people talking about it. 3 people. Can you believe Seth Rogers has a t-shirt store? And I'm like, where have y'all been? We've been talking about this for a month. I've been bitching about this for a month. I was like, no wonders why no one is up in arms with me. I'm like, we were kind of up in arms about it. Okay, just making sure I wasn't losing my mind over here on the other side of the world. On the other side of YouTube. I forgot. That's okay, CG. No, but I did. I said it probably like 4 or 5 times. I probably even pulled it up a few times because we were talking about different streams of like income, paid time off. People have been talking about that too lately. You get your paid time off. And then people, I guess, were donating their paid time off to where they had to say no more paid time off. Like the dude's got enough, I guess. I don't know. And then the GoFundMe's, then the t-shirt sales, and it's a lot. So I did show you the message last night where Duchess reached out. She did reach out to Seth to ask if he wanted to contribute to the billboards, just like Chris and Katie contributed. And he said no. He said he'll be selling t-shirts with Sebastian's name printed on the front of them, or his face and his name printed on the front to sell so that he can get money. That's exactly how they worded it too. It wasn't a good look. Wasn't a good look for Seth. I don't think that's a good idea, personally, to sell t-shirts with your son's picture on them. Give them away, because that's what you said you were going to do in the beginning of this case. Because someone asked about flyers in the beginning of this case, and he said, just come find me. I'll give you a t-shirt to wear. I want a t-shirt. I can't find them though. Well, Mystic, the thing with me is they weren't supposed to be doing this. The investigators asked them not to do this. So everything that Seth has done, the GoFundMe and all of that stuff, the investigators have asked him to not do those things before he went and did those things. And then he went and he did them with his sister. No, we're not Solo. Solo, do you, maybe, I don't know. Maybe you need to like not be in the chat for this case or something. Because I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just telling you the truth. Unless I'm not telling the truth, just let me know what I'm lying about. Because if there's something to say about Chris, I'll say something about him too. If there's something to say about Katie, I'll say something about her too. But it's always just Seth, because Seth is about doing the mostest. He's out here doing the mostest. He's out here with his Tony, his PR team. He is selling t-shirts. That's not a lie. That's the truth. And sweatshirts and hats and totes and all of the things. The investigators asked the Proudfoots and Seth, when this first happened, please do not set up any GoFundMe's or any reward or any monies. Seth went and did it 3 days after his son was missing. The 29th, he had a GoFundMe started. In 3 days, what can you possibly be thinking that you need money for? I wouldn't be thinking about money. I'd be thinking about finding my child. But that's just me. He does wear one of those shirts, Demon Dog, that or the other one he has, but that's true. He does wear one of the shirts. That's a billboard. It's a walking billboard. But there was another interview I wanted to show you guys soon too. I think it was with like one of the other profilers did a video, because they're all talking around each other. You've got Court TV. They have a behavioral panel, not the behavioral panel, but they have one on there, like a person that's behavioral analysis. He says that Katie and Chris are guilty, that they look guilty as sin. Then you have you have the behavioral panel, those people, like 5 or 6 guys. I'm not sure how many people there are. And they all say that Chris and Katie seem like they're genuine, and they seem very genuine. And then you have Pat Brown, and I think she was more for saying that the Proudfoots were being deceptive. I'm not completely sure because I haven't watched Pat Brown, but I think that's where she was going at. So it's like, who do you believe? When you've got these people that are behavioral analysis, they're saying that they are guilty. You have these people who are saying no, their behaviorals are making them seem like they're not guilty. So it's like I just go based off of what I think and in my mind and in my head. And I personally don't think any of the parents had anything to do with whatever happened to Sebastian. No, indirectly or directly. I don't think directly they had anything to do with it, but indirectly, I think that most definitely could have had something to do with what happened to him. So let me go back over TikTok again. We'll double check, see if we can find if Tony has left the chat or if he's still in there. He's just in there hanging out, looks like. Oh, no, he just went away. He went to his little coffee mug is up. His coffee mug's up. But there is a podcast I wanted to play for you guys over Sebastian too, and we'll play that in the next couple of days because I want to do some day lives. I want to try to get some of the other cases that we have like updated. Madalena Kojikari, I want to go over that complete case over. I want to go over it from beginning to end, or not end because it's still going on. It'll be going on for a really long time until we find her. There was another case. There's a couple cases that I wanted to go over. Now I can't think of them. Of course I can't. Let me go back to my page. Oh, Long Island. Tomorrow there'll be a press conference for Long Island Rex Heuermann. So we will be able to see if they're going to charge him, indict him on another murder count. And I think that's what they're going to do. I think it's going to be for Jessica Taylor or can't think of the other one's name. Sorry. I'll have to let you guys know tomorrow. There's two ladies that had their remains were found in Gilgo and their remains were found at Manorville. And it's one of those two women, I think, that they're going to come out and say that is who they found. I don't think that they have identified Peaches yet. So I don't think it would be Peaches or her baby. And it's not the adult Asian male. So, oh yeah, let me go back up. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Nina. I'll have to look at that. Thank you. I'll put it in the search bar so we don't forget. Is that what it was? Just reality. I think that's what you said. Oh, twisted reality. Is that what I put in there? I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. Because I only see like one channel though. But it's not that. Oh, no, I'll have to look into it. Sometimes they don't pop up for me very well. Oh, thanks, Ladybug. Yeah, hit that like button. I'm gonna jump off here soon. I'm just gonna just cruising around, see if there's anything else I wanted to show you guys. Like I said, it was kind of more of a relaxed night. There's not, I mean, there's stuff that's going on, and there's not stuff that's going on. There's nothing that's going on that's gonna help find Sebastian right now. I mean, literally, you're just seeing it. It's just Tony out there on TikTok gossiping about fish tonight. And Seth, I'm not sure where Seth's been. Seth has been laying low the last couple of days. I haven't seen him. And Katie and Chris, I'm assuming that they're still in the camper. Here, I can get my email in there. Yeah, and then I can always show it on the next live. Hey, welcome in. How's everybody doing? How is everyone's week going before I get off here? I'd like to ask you guys how you guys are doing. Everybody having a good hump day? I'm exhausted today. I'm like half here. You know what I mean? Like when you're like, I took a nap and I feel like I'm like in the after, like the in between land. Maybe I need to go take a nap, another nap, go to bed. Yeah, no mods tonight. Which, I mean, Isabel, poor Isabel, it's like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning there. And then it's late for Jan too. I've been going in a little bit later. So I might have to have Vincent come in, or you never know. With your desk walker? Dang, 15,000 steps. Vincent, better get my walking pad. I told him I want to get one. We just got these desks. These desks were extremely expensive, so I can wait a little while. And we got new chairs. He got new monitors. I got new stands, new monitor stands. Our desks go up and down. Like, oops, I didn't mean to touch the button, but I did. But yeah, I don't know how to mess with it. I don't mess with it, but when I need to, I can. No. Yeah, 3 girls and a cat. Yeah. And yep, she asked Seth right away to donate to billboards, and he said no. Someone actually keeps getting unsubscribed. Oh my gosh, this is 3 girls and a cat, and then it says cats don't bark right underneath. I'm like, man, that's a lot of cats. You mod for Duchess? She's a good creator. I like Duchess. That's man. You would think he'd give something. You know what I mean? Something, anything. I mean, you got money that's not even like money that's yours. Like you didn't even work for it. You know what I mean? You couldn't put $100, $200, $1,000, couple thousand. Those billboards are life. I mean, that's like, and that's cool. I was listening to where like they were saying that you can buy the billboard for like, you could put however much money you have like for the day. Like, I don't know, like say like the minimum is 100, you know, you could put like that 100 down and you could get it for like, you know, certain times and stuff. So. Oh, she said, no wonder I'm on a wrong count. I was like, that's a name I don't know. Let me see the picture. Oh, look at the dog. That's not a cat. Mary Beth, that's the same with me. You have way better attention span than I do. I told Vincent, I was like, I'd be the worst mod because I'm never looking at the screen like when I'm in other chats. I don't have one, but I have a like I only have PayPal. I don't have a Cash App. I wasn't gonna put my PayPal on there, but trying to think. Summer made me one night in the chat. Summer was like, "What is your PayPal?" And I was like, "I don't have one." She's like, "Yes, you do. You told me." I was like, "Oops." There she is, Elizabeth. Now you're on the right account. Look at that. Flipping back and forth, gotten us all confused. Oh, thank you, Janine. Thank you. They really are. They're very welcoming. That's what I was gonna say, Mary Beth. You are very good at welcoming people in. You and Jan, like Jan, she always puts a little green heart and you always put a little smiley face, a little rose. And I love it because you guys help me a lot of the time. Like with being blind in one eye, I try to scroll to the bottom pretty quickly so you know people don't wait because people don't like to wait. And I like will scroll, you know, I try to scroll pretty fast, but sometimes I'll miss people's name and I'll only see it because of Mary Beth or like one of you guys in the chat. Like Ladybug, you're really good at it too. You guys are all really good at it. But I notice it, especially when we're like on those bigger chats and I can't see all the names. You guys will really help me. It helps. So, and then it helps too, because I can't say hi to every single person that comes in and you guys do that and makes it more welcoming. Yeah, Ladybug. I know. As soon as I said that, I was like, wait a minute, Ladybug, Tammy, you do those too. You guys all do it. Like I noticed the other night in the chat, I was like, they were so great. Vincent was there, but he wasn't really modding. He was listening, but he was supposed to mod. He's my backup mod. I became legally blind in one eye from shingles. Oh my gosh, CG, me too. Well, I'm not legally blind. I'm all the way blind. What shingles? I had water blisters once on my forehead and on my face, and they said that that's what it looked like, was like a shingles. Mm. Oh, really? He's a new dish. I was wondering the other day about like the metal rods. I was like, I wonder how much one of these metal rods cost on my leg. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. I think I told you guys that last night. Oh, I'm still curious about it. Oh, that's okay, Austin. We're about to get off here. It wasn't that eventful tonight. I mean, you know, not on TikTok anyway. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that so much. We try over here. We really do. Try to keep it good. Sometimes, you know, if this case is kind of a rough one to cover anyway, because everybody has their opinion and they're allowed. And a lot of people have had things. Okay, so this case has brought up a lot of stuff like SA, emotional abuse, physical, sexual, everything. Um, Parents not acting like, parents, kids not being taken care of the way they probably should have been in certain situations. And I think we all see a little of ourself, or we can relate with a little bit of something. And then I think that we get like fixated on that and we become like a part of the story. Like we put too much of our like emotions into it. And it gets really, really hairy. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like Sebastian's case is going to end up being like like don't talk about it, like a politics kind of thing. Politics, religion, and Sebastian Rogers. Those are 3 things you do not talk about. That's what you know what I mean? It's kind of like that. And a lot of people have already backed out. I mean, backed away. I don't know if T-Rev has. I haven't seen what he's been up to, but has he even been on? He doesn't even come up on my thing because I don't ever watch him. I have to put the 757 in. He's live right now. So he's doing Sebastian Rogers. So it looks like, I bet you next couple of days people are going to start turning their attention away from Sebastian, and they're going to go towards another case. And I have a feeling a lot of people are going to go to Madalena Kojikari's case, which is great, which is excellent. But it's like, come on, guys, where you been the last year and a half, 2 years? So I have a feeling that's going to happen because Court TV just dropped 4 videos for Madalena in her case, and they've never posted a video, not once before, for her. So that's something new. And then there's another case I wanted to go over with you guys. Let me go to my channel. So it was Long Island. I'll just go to my channel because I put them on the community tab the other day. Brian Laundrie. I wanted to talk about that too. His writings were released. And then Madalena Caleb, which we're doing now, and then new updates in Long Island. And then also new body cam's been released in Maddie Soto's case. I don't know if everyone's seen that yet or not, but if you guys haven't, I will. Yeah, I keep grinding up. Yeah, I just didn't get into the Karen Reed case at all. I did this because of another creator, basically. Just another creator, and I was fine. But it was just like there was just clashing. And so I just was like, I'm not going to touch that case. And I've just been saying all along, she was a drunk woman that hit her man, and she just got mad and she just hit that gas, just slammed it. She didn't mean to. Quick reaction. But everyone called me crazy. Everyone's been telling me I'm crazy. But now it looks like maybe I wasn't so crazy, because today was a pretty big day in the Karen Reed trial. So I don't know. I think she hit him. And I think she didn't. Subconsciously, I think, like, okay, in her right mind, she would have never thought to do that. But since she was under the influence and then she was mad, I think she just put her foot on that gas, and I think she just did it. So I don't know. I just think she did. I mean, don't want to. Strong Boston woman. You know what I mean? Like, she's just a strong Boston woman. She was having some drinks. Her and her man got in an argument, and she was pissed. I think it was just one of those things where she just slammed into the gas. Like, she was just so mad and probably just caught up in her feelings for that 1 second. She couldn't control herself. That was the one thing, If Mike, I don't know. I could see me slamming that. I could see me slamming that gas. That's why I don't drink and I don't drive. So we all can't be Karen Reed. And I'm so sick of, I can't wait for people to stop saying that. We are all Karen Reed. No, we're not, because I don't drink and drive, bro. We're not all her. I think it was an accident, but she definitely ran because she was wasted. Yes. I think it could have been not an accident. I think she meant to, but not like at the same time, you know what I mean? I think it was a really bad, like a second judgment. I don't know. He was ran over, from the back? I don't know. I'd probably either way, I would run over them. If you're mad, just push the pedal. I don't know. Me neither. I don't drink either. That's why I don't drink. I'm crazy. You'll see me out there with Vincent in the snow and be like, let's see if we can reenact this, Vincent. Just kidding. Someone did say they were going to buy like a Lexus light and then hit it. And I'm like, those are like $400. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? But it's so funny. Mystic, no way. Wow. He has no counsel neither. Wow. I think she's going to be found guilty. Demon dog. I think she'll be found guilty. It'll be, I don't think she's going to be like, I don't think it's going to be murder 2 or anything. I think that they'll somehow get it down to like manslaughter or something. But I think they offered her that and she said no. So I don't know. But I am going to jump off of here. Hey, Kimberly. And Turtle Man. Yeah, I'm not either. I think Turtle Boy is going to be needing a new case to cover. He's going to need a new case. But look at that. 94 likes, 91 in chat. Mary Beth, you did good. She's always like, get the likes up. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys all being here. It was good to talk to you guys for a little bit too after the live. It wasn't so busy as it's been the last few days. And I thought about just like not doing a live tonight and then just like taking a break tonight. But I was like, no, I want to go in and say hi to everybody. So I still decided to come on. Oh, good. I need to go down to Charlotte. I need to go to North Carolina. I need to go and look for Madalena. The common sense says she hit him with the car. Yeah. Yeah, just man. You going skydiving? Oh my Lord. Mary Beth, yours. Not me, girlfriend. Oh my, no, no. Why, I just can picture me up in a plane right now looking down. No, don't do that. Oh, you're welcome, Thistle. And, oh, Austin, I will be. Yep, I'll be on tomorrow. So I'm on every night. It's usually every single night at 9:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We kind of moved it from 9:15 to 9:35. Sometimes I come on, 9:15 though. And we talk all about true crime, just whatever cases were, that's trending at the time. Actually, a lot of the cases we cover aren't even trending. I feel like we cover at least one case a week that's not trending, I would say. Whether that's like Madalena or, Mariah Thomas, the girl that put her baby in the oven. We cover a lot of different cases on here. And I do want to do a Chelsea Grim update video. I still want to do that. I've had this schedule since February 26th. We are going to do it. I promise y'all. And then I'll be back on with Sebastian updates as soon as we get those. There's no updates as far as I know with the Kansas City moms or the Kansas moms. Elijah Vu, there's a little update, but nothing much. She's just still in jail, his mom. And I think that's all I have. And there's nothing with Idaho right now, as far as I know. So that's all I got. But thank you guys so much. Oh, I know. Chelsea Grimace, I know. It's like, where is she? I'm going to ask SF if he's going to go back out there. Oh, and Tammy, I am going to get shirts made too. Vincent said it today. He was like, I'm going to, now that his brain is where it needs to be, because he was like busy doing stuff on the computer, stuff like that, he'll be able to get us t-shirts to try. He's going to get some like samples, and I'm going to make sure that they're super soft and they're super luxurious and nice. That's all I care about is the way they feel. They have to feel good, and they can't have any potent chemicals in it, like nothing that's going to harm anybody. Squeaky wheel. You're watching your 80-year-old uncle jump on the 10th for his birthday, Mike? Wow. Is it 10:30 in the morning? Okay. I might be back on here early then. Micah's tea? I don't have a tea of Micah's. I have an Ohio tea. Just a little earlier. I could probably do that. I could probably come on like 9:15. I thought about doing like in the wintertime, even go maybe to 8:15 because the sun sets later, you know? But I don't think so. I don't know if I know that one. All the ones that we've been covering, they found Aries. That was the only little girl that we were covering on this channel. Let me just exit all this stuff. So let me exit out that and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna jump off of here. Oh, is it like Micah? Like, are you talking about the person or the brand? Is it a brand? Some pink t-shirts. I could do that. I thought about doing some with like some sayings on them, that like some funny sayings that we hear like throughout the cases, like because there are some really funny ones. I even thought about like doing one with a picture of like Bill Thompson that says like that's life, like because he's just funny. And then I was gonna do some with like just like a little titanium like arm, like the kind of like our badges, and then just put it like right there, like the chest of it. So yeah. So Vincent is going to look at merch. He's going to be looking into merch. He's going to order me some shirts and I'm going to test them and see how they feel. He's going to do the ordering for me because he has his business license, so he can do it too. I have my business license and he has his. So I'm like, cool. Because like I'm one of those people, I visually shop. And I usually buy 6 of each item. But with these, we're going to do like, since we're doing like individual orders, it won't be like, I won't do like too small, too medium, too large like I normally do. It'll be like just it'll be like drop shipping almost, like multiple sizes, multiple like different types of shirts for you guys, different styles, all of that stuff. We could probably do that. She unalived herself as far as I know. Oh, good. Yeah, I'll make sure I got some pretty colors for you guys too. I'm always wearing gray or brown. I feel like I'll make sure I get some color in there. But yeah, Vincent said he's going to order some shirts for us to feel. I know that like I like these kind of t-shirts. This material is really nice. This t-shirt, I have owned this for 5 or 6 years. I have washed this thing more times than I can count. And Vincent has one too, and they're really nice. I don't know where they get these shirts, but I might be able to convince the guy, the owner, to tell me. V-neck? I could do V-necks. Yes, I could do V-necks. Okay, well, I'm going to jump off of here and I'll let Vincent know we need some merch. We need the merch. But I will be back on tomorrow night, and I might be on tomorrow during the day. So just keep your alerts on. If you have your set to all on YouTube, make sure that if you're on your cell phone, they're set through your app, like on your cell phone in your settings. So that way you'll be alerted. But I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Have a good day or have a good evening, and I will see you guys then. Bye, guys.